Hello and welcome to our first YouTube video. The purpose of this video will be to demonstrate why and how to enter a job into SageMaster Builder. First, you need to answer three questions. One, is the job prevailing wage? If the job is prevailing wage, then it absolutely needs to have its own job number in order to create certified payroll. Two, will the job be worth $5,000 in billing or more? If the answer to that question is yes, it should also have its own job number. Will the job last longer than 3 days? The answer to that question is yes, it should have its own job number. It could be 3 consecutive days or 3 days broken up. It doesn't matter. So with those three questions in mind, we're going to create a sample job in Sage for Northern Boiler for some wall sawing that we're doing at the J.H. Campbell plant. You'll want to go to SageMaster Builder and find 5 jobs. You'll open 5 jobs and immediately see that Sage has assigned a job number for the next job, which in this case is 216. Just like all the other dialog boxes, the blue ones are required entries, so I'm going to deal with those specifically today. In the short name, we just want to place the name of the job. So in this case, I'm going to put Campbell Wall Sawing, and I might at the front of that put JH because those initials are sometimes used. J.H. Campbell Wall Sawing. In the job name, we're going to repeat what we put in the short name after we enter the client name. So in this case, I'm going to put Northern Boiler J.H. Campbell Wall Sawing. Now, when I hit return, it takes me to the client field. I know there are several Northerns in the system, so I'm going to click on the arrow to search for Northern. And there they are, Northern Boiler. I highlight Northern Boiler and it automatically fills in an address. This address is Northern Boiler's billing address, but it is not the job address. What we want in there is the job address. I don't immediately know the street number off the top of my head, so I'll go back and enter that later. But I do know it's in West Olive, so I'll put West Olive in for the time being. Under job status, anytime you're entering a job for work that you're scheduling, it's always going to be current, so you don't need to do anything with that. Under job type, you'll need to consider whether it's contract or negotiated work and what type of contract work it is. In this case, the work that we're doing for Northern Boiler is negotiated. We don't have a contract on it. So I'm going to select 5, negotiated. The next box asks whether the work is certified payroll or not. This would also include union work because we have to run that through Construction Labor Services. So in this case, we'll click Certified Payroll, and then the payroll location, you'll need to indicate whether the job is inside or outside the City of Grand Rapids limits. Because of how payroll tax is calculated, work outside of City of Grand Rapids does not have these taxes shown here. Work inside the City of Grand Rapids is taxed at these rates, the labor. So because it's in Muskegon, in West Olive, I'm going to select 2, no tax. And finally, the department that we want to select will be Grand Rapids because the work is being performed by men in Grand Rapids. So now I'm going to save this job, number 216, and we'll see how that flows through on the work order. We'll go down to Service Receivables 11-2, and we'll put in the client, which I'm going to look up again as Northern Boiler, and you'll see here we can just put in 216, or we can use the lookup to find the job, and it's automatically assigned to this work order. We can go back. We can go back to other work orders and change the job number from one of these if it happens to be that way. In this case, it would probably be a number 10 GR service, and then we can select job number 216 so that all the costs are coded correctly. When the job number is placed on a work order, all of the labor gets coded to this particular job, which makes job costing much easier, as well as purchases or rentals, those types of things that we would use. So I hope this helps explain how to enter a job, and if you have any questions, ask Aaron or Kara. Thanks for watching.